On this accord, B0001-13 is an SRS fault tied to the driver's airbag first inflator circuit. In plain terms, the SRS unit is seeing a problem in that side of the driver's airbag circuit. The customer may only notice the SRS warning light, and the restraint system may not operate normally while the fault is active. Possible areas include the driver's airbag inflator circuit, the cable reel, the dashboard harness, the SRS unit connector, or the SRS unit itself. Before getting into it, ask whether the vehicle has been in a collision. If it has, make sure the required SRS components were replaced with new parts of the correct part number and that they were installed properly. Also treat this like any SRS job. Use proper SRS precautions, general SRS troubleshooting habits, and correct 12-volt battery disconnect and reconnect handling. And before condemning the SRS unit later in the test, check the SRS unit software version with the HDS. If it is not current, update it and retest. Start by proving the fault. Clear the DTCs with the HDS. Turn the vehicle to the on mode and wait for 10 seconds. Then check for DTCs again with the HDS and look specifically for B0001-13. If B0001-13 comes right back, the failure is duplicated and you can move into circuit isolation. If it does not come back, treat it as an intermittent failure and the system is okay at this time. If other codes are present, check what they mean first instead of chasing this one blindly. Next, isolate the driver's airbag first inflator from the rest of the circuit. Turn the vehicle to the OFF lock mode. Disconnect the negative cable from the 12-volt battery and wait at least 3 minutes. Remove the driver's airbag, then disconnect the driver's airbag first inflator 2P connector on the cable reel harness. At that 2P connector on the cable reel harness, connect terminal No. 1 to terminal No. 2 with a jumper wire. Reconnect the negative cable to the 12-volt battery. Clear the DTCs with the HDS. Turn the vehicle to the on mode and wait for 10 seconds. Check for DTCs again. If B0001-13 is still indicated, keep going to the cable reel side of the test. If B0001-13 is no longer indicated, the procedure identifies a faulty driver's airbag first inflator. Replace the driver's airbag, then clear the DTC. If the code stayed active during the inflator bypass, move upstream and check the cable reel path. Turn the vehicle to the OFF lock mode. Disconnect the negative cable from the 12-volt battery and wait at least 3 minutes. Remove the jumper wire from the driver's airbag first inflator 2P connector on the cable reel harness. Remove the column covers, then disconnect cable reel connector B, the 4P connector, on the dashboard wire harness. At the dashboard wire harness side of cable reel connector B, connect terminal No. 1 to terminal No. 2 with a jumper wire. Reconnect the negative cable to the 12-volt battery, clear the DTCs with the HDS, turn the vehicle to the on mode and wait for 10 seconds. Then check for DTCs. If B0001-13 is still indicated, continue to the open wire check in the LA1 lines. If B0001-13 is no longer indicated, the procedure identifies an open in the cable reel. Replace the cable reel, then clear the DTC. If the code is still present after bypassing at the cable reel connector, check the LA1 positive and LA1 negative lines through the dashboard harness. Turn the vehicle to the OFF lock mode. Disconnect the negative cable from the 12-volt battery and wait at least 3 minutes. Remove the jumper wire from cable reel connector B on the dashboard wire harness, then disconnect SRS unit connector A, the 39P connector. At SRS unit connector A, connect terminal No. 9 to terminal No. 8 with a jumper wire. Then measure resistance between cable reel connector B terminal No. 1 and cable reel connector B terminal No. 2 on the dashboard wire harness. With the connectors disconnected and the SRS unit connector terminals jumped as described, the decision point is 1.0 ohms or less. If the measurement is not 1.0 ohms or less, the procedure identifies an open in the dashboard wire harness. Replace the dashboard wire harness, then clear the DTC. If the measurement is 1.0 omega or less, the LA1 positive and LA1 negative wires are okay. At that point, look at the SRS unit side. A poor connection at SRS unit connector and the SRS unit is possible, or the SRS unit itself may be faulty. Check the connection carefully. If the connection is okay, and after confirming the SRS unit software is current, replace the SRS unit. If the DTC still does not clear after that, replace the dashboard wire harness. Keep the verification separate from the component test. After the repair path you landed on is complete, clear the DTC with the HDS and confirm B0001-13 stays gone under the same key-on check pattern used during diagnosis. The takeaway is simple. This test works by substituting known jumpers at the inflator connector, then the cable reel connector, and finally checking the dashboard harness resistance path before condemning the SRS unit side. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.